Good evening, guys. Happy Tuesday to all of your sunshiny faces. I thought it was Monday, and it kind of felt a little bit like a Monday just because yesterday was Labor Day, so everybody had off. And so since everybody was just kind of back at things today, like, you know, regularly scheduled programming kind of stuff, it kind of felt like a Monday today. But in saying that, guys, I actually got so much stuff done for what feels like a Monday. I got uploading done. I did actually upload it yesterday and today. I got a bunch of editing done. Should have probably been a bunch more. However, I was editing and I was rolling along, guys, like getting all kinds of stuff done and, you know, just working on that. And then I have this weird problem that happens that I've never had happen before. And at first I freaked out because I also thought my memory card was corrupted, and I had this happen on my flash drive before, but not on like one of my SD cards. And I was like, oh my goodness, what happened? Like, I was like, where did all of my like film go that was on here? So I took it out of my MacBook and then put it into my camera, and it was all still there. So then I go back, and like the thing was too is that it crashed. Like, it was trying to like import one of the like, I think it was like 4 clips, and it tried to import the last one and said it had a problem and like an unexpected error or something like that. Then all of a sudden iMovie just crashed, and then I was like, okay, well, like, what happened? So then I went back and tried to like re-upload it, because like the first 3 clips were there, the 4th one was not. So then I tried to go back through and like upload the last one, and it was like showing that there was nothing on my memory card at all. After like I had like, you know, again, it crashed, so then I started it over, and then it was like just from my desktop I was like trying to go into like the SD card, and it was still like showing nothing was there. And I was like, what happened? I was like, there better still be stuff on here. Like, it didn't delete it, did it? So like I said, I put in my camera and it's all still there, and then I put it back in my Mac, and then all of a sudden it showed up. But then I was editing, and the last clip, for some reason, I tried to import it, and it was like, oh, like, you know, like it's still on your like camera or whatever. I hadn't actually imported, but it was letting me still edit the entire like clip. And then I was like, okay, like, so there's not a problem then. But then when I went to save it, it said, oh, we can't import, or we can't save the file until you import the footage. And I was like, but it's not letting me import it. So then I think, I don't know if I tried to close out of the whole thing, opened it back up like a 3rd time now, and then it let me import it regularly and like worked totally fine. I had actually tried to import a different clip, then import that one, and then it worked. So I don't know, it's fixed, it all worked, it's actually saving right now. But because of that, it took me way longer. Like, I was hoping to get more done today, but it ended up taking me way longer than it should have, and so I kind of ran out of time. But I got it done, I got it finished, and, you know, like I said, hopefully the problem, whatever it was, is somewhat fixed or whatever. But yeah, it was just weird because it like crashed and all that, and I don't know. But anyways, though, I got laundry done for today. Actually, like, everybody's laundry is done. Like, not done, but it's all like, everything's at least sorted in the laundry room, like laundry baskets ready to go in the washer and dryer. And then I also did dishes today, and because the kitchen was kind of picked up and like cleaned up, dishes were all caught up with, and the fridge was cleaned, I was like, you know what I feel like doing today? Okay, there was a couple different reasons. One was that I kept going in the laundry room, and when we had the leak from the pipe behind the water heater, when the plumber came and ended up fixing it, we had moved all the stuff that was on, like, we had like a shelving unit kind of thing that was in there. We moved all of that into the like different spots. There was like a box of stuff. The shelving unit's currently in the spare room right now that is being painted, and we had to have the drywall done and the floors done in that room, you know. But right now there was like nothing in there, so when we had to move everything out, we were like, okay, just move it into the spare room, right? So all that stuff's in there, but there's still a couple boxes of stuff that was on those shelves that are still in the laundry room. One of those things was a box of cake mix. I keep seeing this box of cake mix, which, oh, by the way, guys, the plumber is scheduled to come out. I believe he is scheduled to come out on the 18th, so in like 2 weeks. So then once he is done, then we have to get the drywall that he like, you know, like cut out to get the pipe fixed. We'll have to get that done along with the other drywall in the other room that has to be fixed anyway for the lights and the leak that we had. And then we have to have the floors done in the other 2 rooms, but then the laundry room will be done, and like, yeah, it's a whole big thing right now and a whole process of all the stuff. But thankfully he is scheduled, and then once he's done, then we can get the actual rooms finished. So this has also been a whole process. Plus there's been like, especially the last, I don't know, 2-3 weeks, a huge other ton of stuff that's been going on too, that's aside from the project stuff or any surprise, you know, like project stuff either, like house maintenance stuff. That's just, it's, you know, beside that too. So, you know, like I said, the last handful of weeks have been just absolutely crazy. And so today I was like, I want some normalcy. I want to go and just edit and do laundry and do dishes. Like, that's normal right now. I just want to go and do that. So I ended up, again, back to the cake story, okay? So I go in the laundry room and I keep seeing this one box of cake mix that's like sticking out of the box, like, and I'm like, you know what? I kind of want to make a cake. And, you know, it's sitting there and it's kind of tempting me. So I was like, you know what? It's one less thing to have to put back on the shelf if I make it now. And so, I don't normally make cake all that often just because I hate frosting cake. Like, you can make brownies without having to frost brownies and like other desserts, things like that. But the cake, it's like a cake's incomplete without frosting, and I don't want to have to make the frosting. But it was a lemon cake. So I was like, that's easy. I can just make lemon glaze to go on top of it, and it's like confectioner for sugar and like lemon, you know, lemon juice. I was like, that's so easy. So, and I was like, okay, in this lemon cake, I'll just make a bundt cake, you know, which didn't turn out the best because it stuck, even though I literally put so much oil, like an ungodly amount of Pam spray on the bundt cake, because I always have this with bundt cakes. They always end up not like coming out clean out of the pan. So, anyways, ended up, it didn't, like I said, didn't come out completely clean, but it was fine. It was good, you know, tasted fine, whatever. But I ended up making it because of that. Also too, because I am such a Sims nerd, and I've been playing The Sims since The Sims 2 came out. It's a long time ago. Actually, I think I got it for my 13th birthday because it was rated T. My parents were like, nope, you can't play it until you turn 13. So once you're officially a teenager. So I finally got to play it on my 13th birthday. I got The Sims 2. I played it and have been, you know, fan of the franchise ever since. The Sims 4 is turning 10 this week. So I was like, you know what? Perfect opportunity to make a cake, because I wanted to kind of bake anyway a little bit. It was boxed cake mix. It wasn't anything fancy. And the cake was, you know, kind of just staring me down every time I was going to the laundry room to do laundry today. And because it was lemon cake, it was easier to make and frost and all that kind of stuff with just the glaze over the top. So I was like, you know what? Why not? It's, you know, it released 10 years ago yesterday, but I think the international, like, worldwide release was on the 5th. So I was like, that's good. It's like, you know, birthday week kind of thing. I'll make the cake and we'll celebrate that. So that was the excuse for making the cake today. But I also did a ton of dinner stuff too, and it was just because like the kitchen was clean. So I was like, I just feel like being in here and like, you know, just cooking and baking and stuff like that. I ended up making fajitas I also made like rice to go with it. I made myself my like taco casserole kind of thing that I make. I don't really know. It is completely my own recipe that I've gathered from multiple different recipes that I've made over the years, and I just kind of like how it tastes. So I don't know if anybody else would ever like it, or like if it actually is like a good like dish, but I like it. It's like a casserole kind of thing. But anyways, I made that for myself, and I also ended up cutting up like salad too to go with for dinner tonight. So like I was just like all about being in the kitchen and like doing the dishes too and stuff like that. Like everything from dinner is also cleaned up already. I was like, this is just, you know, like I don't know, getting back to kind of things, because there's been so much chaos lately. It's like, it's just nice to kind of like, I don't know, have some stuff that's not as chaotic. And, you know, now that things are a little bit less chaotic, I don't know, like the kitchen too. Like, I feel like a kitchen is a really good representation of maybe how your life's going, right? Like if your kitchen's a mess, your life's a mess. Like things are not going right. If your kitchen is chaotic, your life is probably chaotic. I feel like a kitchen is a perfect example of like how things are going for you. You know, if there's, you know, dishes piled up in the sink, there's probably other stuff that is also piling up in your life. Like at least for me, that is definitely, I think, a good representation of like when the kitchen is back in order, it feels like life is starting to get back in order at least, you know, like you can kind of take back the kitchen, kind of take back some other things too, you know. So it was just like, because of that, I just felt very I guess inspired to kind of get all of that, you know, cooking and baking and stuff like that, and meanwhile keeping the kitchen clean as well. And like I said too, like the refrigerator being all cleaned, and we organized it, you know, kind of cleaned it out yesterday. We came back from the grocery store. I was like, this is just nice, you know, being able to put the groceries away, and also having like room to put like the salad that I made, the leftovers, and not just like throwing them in the fridge somewhere. I was like, there's a shelf for that. We can put that, you know, in here and stuff like that. So it was just nice to get that done today, and then to kind of get all the other things done. But I just felt like I had a very productive, what feels like a Monday, but really was a Tuesday because yesterday was Labor Day. But also too, because like football starting and stuff like that too, it's like there's been more chaos because of that too, you know what I mean? Just like all of this type stuff like all going on at one time has just been a lot. And so even though it is still a lot that is still going on, it's like, you know what, I got stuff done. At least there's not a pileup of dishes that I have to keep worrying about, or a pileup of laundry I have to keep worrying about. Like, I got that done. Like, I'm caught up with that. Like, you know, we're good. So, anyways, that's what I've been up to for today. And like I said, you know, making my cake and cooking dinner and doing laundry and dishes and editing and uploading. Like, I got all that stuff done for today. I feel very good about getting all that done. So, anyways, I'm going to take a shower and get to bed now. I'll see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.